second thing in how I've maintained and sustained my growth during my evolution was I came to realize that I myself personally am not anyone's source. And when I say source, I mean they're the way in which they sustain life. As a business owner, and I've spoken to other business owners, you have the tendency, or you may have the thought that because you are in a place that you can provide financial assistance or any other type of assistance to people, that a lot of times we feel when somebody comes in with a situation that we think that we can help, it won't take a lot to help, or it won't take a lot from us to help. I had to learn to be discerning in which situations that I was called to step in and assist and be a vessel by which God uses me to bless someone, versus me just doing it just knee-jerk reaction. Because what happens is people start looking at you as a source. So anything that happens to them, they come to you to fix it. And what that does, again, is provide another distraction for you from doing the things that you are supposed to be doing, from doing the things that you know that you are supposed to be moving on and putting your finances to, putting your time to, putting your resources, the people that you know to, and you're exhausting them on all these other things for all these other people that God did not call you to step in and be the savior. Sometimes we can get in God's way and teaching a lesson into other people's life. So I know, like, I'm a very generous person. I will give the shirt off my back, the last that I have. I will split a 2-piece and a biscuit with my friend if that's all I got. But again, I have learned to be discerning and to move when God says move, when to do things that he says and don't do them out of my own just idea. Because again, a lot of those things are there as a distraction to keep you from doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. Again, so we're talking about how I've maintained and sustained during my evolution. And the first one I said was, we don't throw a rock at every barking dog. We don't give all our resources to everything that tries to get our attention. The second thing, we realize that we are not anyone's source. We are vessels by which God uses to bless other people, but we are not the source. God is the source. And the third thing is, let me add something to that. There are times when we are blessed and we come out of situations that possibly we were in an area, or what they call survivor's remorse, where you move out of one place with a group of people into a new place with a whole new group of people, a whole new things to see, and God has elevated you to a different level. And there are sometimes times in which you feel guilty about moving to another level when there are people that are on the first level that you are on. Not that you're better, you're just being an active participant in your evolution. And the key is, you cannot feel guilty about moving forward. You cannot feel guilty about being blessed and then blowing all of your blessing trying to get everybody on the level that you worked hard to get on. There's nothing wrong with helping. There's nothing wrong with assisting. I believe 100% to reach back and pull people up. But what I have learned is that you cannot want for other people what they don't want for themselves. So don't get caught up in the survivor's remorse. Okay, back to my 3 points. The third point is, do not let anyone or anything change who you are. My grandmother used to say that all the time. You don't let anybody change who you are. If you're a gracious person, you continue to be gracious. If you're generous, you continue to be generous. If you're open and nurturing and caring, you continue to be who God called you to be. You have to be discerning in how you move through that, but you don't change. A lot of times people that are just genuinely like super nice and super giving, people have the tendency to take advantage of you. And I've had the times, and I wouldn't say opportunity, but the experiences in which I felt like I've been taken advantage of. But I had to make the decision for myself that just because that happened to me with that person, with that situation, with that group of people in that place, that can't change who I am. I can't become a person that's closed off because I don't want that to happen to me again. I can't be a person that, oh, I'm not going to help anybody else because that person did not appreciate what I've done for them. Then I'm no longer going to be accessible and willing to help other people. That's not the way that we're supposed to operate. Because at the end of the day, you went through that situation, you got over it, you got through it, you got over it. God got you through that. You learned something. And now you don't cut yourself off from being who God called you to be because you don't want to go through that again. Because at the end of the day, even if you do go through a similar situation where you feel like, oh, I'm being taken advantage of again, God has you. I have learned He'll take care of you. He'll take care of the situation. He'll take care of people. You don't have to fight those battles. They aren't yours. It goes back to the whole throwing a stone at every barking dog. You stay focused on what you're supposed to be doing. You stay true to who you are. Be consistent. So people know that they can count on, oh, that's Jessica. She's very generous. That's Jessica. She's more than willing to help. That's Jessica. Oh, she's always there for you if you need her. And if she can't, she'll find somebody to help you. I've learned that. Because there was a time where I started to put up a wall. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to be doing all this and helping everybody. And it feels like nobody is appreciating what I'm doing. Or, I get things thrown back. No, that's not who I am. I'm a generous person. I'm a gracious person. Just like I hope and pray that people are that way with me. So let's wrap up. 3 ways in which I've sustained and maintained during my evolution was: 1, I don't throw dogs at every barking dog. I don't throw rocks at every barking dog. I reserve my resources for the times and situations by which it calls for them. Because again, sometimes those barking dogs are behind fences and they're not a threat. They're just, and they're trying to get your attention from what you really need to be doing. Okay? Number 2, I am not anyone's source. I'm okay with that. I'm here to be a vessel by which God uses me to bless other people with knowledge, with resources, whatever, however He deems for me to bless people. Whatever He tells me to do, I'll do. But I am not anyone's source, and I don't take that responsibility on. And number 3, I do not let anyone or any situation change who I am, who I'm called to be, and do the things that I'm supposed to do. So those are my 3 for today. I hope that helps somebody. Again, if you want to win a bottle of Boss Oil, super light, come through dripping, 1 or 2 drops every single day, change your life, I promise. Like the video, share the video, and comment about any few things that you may have gotten from the video, this video or the last 2, and I will see everybody. Feel free, come back, invite somebody, like, share, comment, get your Boss Oil, and I leave you for now. Until next week, dare to fly.